Hello and welcome back. This is Icy Cup Railcoon here with part 2 of Game 3 of Tarson versus Avoid. He's coming in with this really nice Reaper Marauder push. Avoid's rallying in as many Zerglings as he can to try and hold this off. He's down to just a couple of Marauders and Reapers, but more Reapers come in. He might be able to keep up this aggression, but he's probably going to have to back off, as Speedlings are faster than the Reapers. He's not going to be able to keep kiting them infinitely like they can at the start of the game, though he is able to use this cliff mechanic. He's got to be careful, though, because this creep highway means that these Speedlings are really motoring along. They're going to be able to get back up into the main very, very quickly, and he might lose a couple of Reapers here. They do... Oh, they get stuck on the terrain. That happens sometimes on those oddly shaped cliffs. He really should pull back and consolidate his forces, because he did a really good amount of damage to Avoid on that attack on his natural. He's down to 25 drones versus 42. Avoid is still having to produce Zerglings instead of remaking his drones. So Tarson's got him in a really nice spot here. He's got to reposition his Reapers. He does not want to lose those to the Speedlings. Oh no, the Reapers all get taken out as the Marauders are forced to use that kiting on the concussive shells. Reapers jumping down, repositioning. Oh no, don't be in front of the Marauders. Oh, there we go. It does look like he will be able to hold this off, though, and that's great news for Tarson, because he's in a much better place economically and in the macro game. The longer this goes, the more I have to favor it to Tarson after those excellent harassments with those Reapers. So looking back at Avoid's base, ooh, what's that? Spine Crawler and Spire. So he's going to look to move into some Mutalisks, but I'm not really sure if he really has the economy to support more than just a couple of Mutalisks, which of course Tarson has a couple of turrets already. If he places a few more, he'll be pretty safe against Mutalisks, and then that time he spent teching and the resources will pretty much be thrown down the drain. So unless Avoid can magically come up with a bunch of extra workers, I really don't see this working out for him. Probably would be better to stick with the ground army and possibly add Hydralisks into the equation, as they're not as expensive to tech to. They don't need as much gas. And if you can get a nice Zergling Roach Hydra composition, it would do pretty well against the unit composition that he's seeing out of Tarson right now. I'm not sure why he's breaking his own rocks at this point. I guess it's because he has a decent creep highway connecting his two bases. He feels that he might be able to extend this creep highway through the back door to his third base here and be able to defend it a little bit more easily. But whether or not this comes back to bite him, we will have to see. There are only 3 Mutalisks on the way for Avoid. Unless you're completely catching your opponent with their pants down, 3 Mutalisks is not going to do terrible amounts of damage. This Queen is going to force the SV off, but not before it saw the crucial information of the fact that there's another expansion there. There's 5 Ghosts on the field for Tarson, and Ghosts actually do really well against Mutalisks. Their bonus damage to light and the sniper shots will be able to power down Mutalisks pretty quickly. So if these Mutas even wind up flying into the Ghosts, that's going to be trouble for him. As these couple of Mutas, the first ones out, are going to wind up chasing down that medevac. Look at those sniper shots just completely annihilate the Mutas. Those first 2 Mutas are just down at this point. He's going to have to just stop making Mutas and switch to something else. He is researching the Roach speed upgrade, but at this point, all of those resources invested in Mutas, I think that's a little bit too late. Baneling Nest on the way, which is a pretty nice choice, considering all of these Ghosts. But again, I think it's a little bit too late. Tarson's been macroing here off a lot of barracks, and he's just going to be able to basically make an I win army pretty soon and just shove it down Avoid's throat. So it was a pretty good game. But Tarson, it does look like he is going to walk away with this one. He's got to be careful with these Ghosts. He's actually snipering to one-shot the Zerglings, which I guess in that situation, it's not so bad. Snipered the Queen. This third base is going to go down, and that's pretty much good game, as without that base, Avoid's not really going to be able to make enough of an army to stand up against Tarson's. How many barracks is this? His 11 barracks that are coming out on the field. That's such a ridiculous amount of unit production but there's really no way that Avoid's going to be able to stick in with this. So Tarson is going to advance to the round of 32 after a really nice series against Random. And so make sure you stay tuned to IC Cup's YouTube page, which is youtube.com/ICCupTV. We are going to start streaming some of these matches in the near future as well, so make sure you stay tuned to IC Cup TV for that. It does look like Avoid's going to position his roaches here for one last hurrah, try and do some damage before this game ends. But like I said, there's really no way he's going to be able to stand up to this army of Tarson. He's going to basically A-move in here, maybe even throw in some snipers just for good measure, and that's going to be it. Yeah, there goes the sniper shots. You can see them flying around, and Avoid GG's. So, nice series between these two players. Tarson does walk away 2-1 the victor. And stay tuned to our YouTube page for more. Thanks for tuning in. This is IC Cup Railcoon.